Hello and welcome back to NoBS. Today we return to talking about mask wearing and whether or not it is very important to do here in the United States of America. Specifically, we're talking about a certain video game streamer named Ninja who says that the state and government should start cracking down on people not wearing masks. Now, take that comment as you will. I mean, he said that himself in a tweet, which we'll get to, but cracking down seems like to me, and it seems like to most, he wants state enforced mask wearing. And cracking down, I mean, how else would you crack down on it? You'd have to like either fine or arrest people or force them to wear them. I mean, that's the only other options. And when you say crack down on crime, that means send out cops and stop the crime. So if we're going to crack down on mask wearing, that means Ninja basically wants the police and the government to go and make people wear masks. And that to me sounds like an infringement, like a little bit much. Now, granted, it is important to stay safe and healthy. I'm all about everyone keeping clean and social distancing. And I know we still have a health scare going on. There's still a virus spreading around. But the fact of the matter is, we live in a free country. And if people don't want to wear a mask, that should be their right. And if they do want to wear a mask, that's also their right. And if you do want people to wear a mask in a certain area, like certain areas can lock themselves down. Like if you own a store or a business, you can make sure that only people wearing masks are in there. And then the people that don't want to wear a mask, they can just go somewhere else. It's pretty simple. It's about freedom and freedom of speech and not letting the government overstep and taking too much power. But the leftists don't seem to mind that. They love government power and Big Brother, and they love to force people to do things. And that's what's happening today. Here's the first tweet that started some kind of controversy. It comes from Ninja. He's a blue-haired streamer who plays a children's video game, by the way. So it's important to preface this and remember, this guy got famous for playing a kid's game called Fortnite. He's a video game streamer who like curses on stream and curses people out, says dumb stuff, just gets really rage out and kind of like screams a lot. That's his qualifications. Like he has nothing to do with anything important. He has no sort of, I don't even think he has an education. Like he might have graduated high school, but he's basically just some kid who plays video games in his basement. He's obviously successful. Like I'm not denying that. I know he just made millions of dollars off of both his streaming career and also his live streaming contract with Mixer. A bunch of stuff made him a lot of money, but just because you're rich doesn't mean you know everything and you should be like pushing this kind of politics on people. And that's the real problem here from the beginning. Before we read the tweet, I'm just really kind of upset and annoyed with all these kinds of celebrities thinking they know best for people and trying to push their ideas on everyone. And really, it's just kind of frustrating because a lot of them do this after getting famous somewhere else. Like Ninja got famous for playing a kid's game, and then there's sports stars who got famous for playing football, or an actor who got famous for getting naked on camera or something like that. You know, these people get famous in other ways, and then they try to leverage that fame into politics and into telling people what to do. And that's kind of the worst part. It's not honest. It's not like they grew an audience from that actual political motivation. Like channels like this are more apt to talk about politics because we talk about it every day. Like that's why people come here and listen to what the videos have to say. Even like a political pundit or a news reporter might have better reason to talk about real issues. But if we're going to ask about mask wearing and politics and what's going on, like I'm not going to talk to some kid who plays a video game all day. Like that's not where he's relative expertise is. Like if I wanted to know how to build better in Fortnite or how to use better weapons or kind of like how to talk to 13-year-olds on a microphone all day, then we talk to Ninja. But for this instance, he's not really the best expert. So what he had to say here was, unfortunately, some Americans don't give a S about wearing a mask in public because they have a choice not to. Also unfortunate that we are breaking record numbers every day of cases. Government, local, and federal need to crack down on the no maskers to save lives. So again, this is basically, you got to remember, cracking down, that's encouraging the state and the government and the cops and the officials to force people to wear masks. Like they want this government mandated mask wearing, which is just a real scary thing to suggest. It's like saying, oh, everyone in America has to wear a certain color t-shirt, or if you don't go outside with shoes, we're going to enforce that with a weapon. Like the cops are going to have to force people to wear masks. Like that's very anti-freedom and anti-American. And even in this situation, I mean, this is the kind of situation where you need to hold on to your rights when you can. Like they want to use these kinds of disasters and these kinds of emergencies as a way to get more rights to the government. Like that's how fascists work. They want to get more power and they either create their own controversy or they co-opt one that's already going on. And right now we're in a co-op mode where the liberals are co-opting this COVID case and this kind of natural kind of historical health scare, and they're using it to push their own agendas. And again, with Ninja, he wants to crack down and make people wear masks. And I just think it's a very, very slippery slope. And I just think this guy is silly and dumb and just like, honestly, I can't even take him seriously with that blue hair. He has blue hair because tweeting you need to wear masks and quoting that tweet with a video of Karen losing her mind isn't doing anything. So he's a very crass person too. He curses a lot. And that's just off-putting to me and a lot of people, but he gets away with it. You know, I'm not allowed to curse on my show anymore. I'll get defunded or possibly banned, but Ninja could say whatever he wants. And then hear him responding to Eric July, another really good content creator, and he was upset about this, calling him a blue-haired weirdo, which I agree with that statement. I don't know about his cursing, but here Ninja says, honestly, I hope nobody in your family or any of your friends suffer from COVID. One of my best friends lost his grandmother to the virus and hundreds of thousands are dying. Wearing masks helps prevent. Yeah, well, that may be true. Wearing a mask is helpful. I do see the value in that, but I also don't see the idea of forcing it as reasonable or interesting. I think it's a very slippery slope. And I also think that Ninja doesn't know what he's talking about because a lot of these people act like wearing a mask is going to save all the lives. Like it's just this miracle cure, but you could still get sick wearing a mask. And also, like, I think people that giving them this idea that they're kind of super powered while wearing a mask is kind of scary because I've seen this go wrong a number of times. For example, other leftists like Ninja, other leftists in these protests, I've seen them wearing masks a lot and they're also like screaming in people's faces and they're also in these protests like shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of people. So these kinds of things don't add up. Like if you want to wear a mask, that's fine, but you still need to social distance too. And you can't get into people's faces and yell because the mask isn't 100%. Like there's holes in the mask, like there's air going through it. Like it's only like, I don't know, a small fraction of a coverage, like maybe a third or 50% safety, but you're not at 100%. Like if you had a hazmat suit on, maybe if you were fully covered, like going into a nuclear power plant, that might give you 100%. That's how these people seem to act when they wear a mask. But no, it's not really this end all be all big cure that they claim. It's just, honestly, I think it's got more placebo effect than anything. And I think it is useful. But when these leftists do it, like I was saying, I saw this video of one yelling in the face of these other people they didn't like. And I was just like, dude, that's dangerous for both people. Like you yell in someone's face and then they're breathing on your face. That mask isn't going to stop it. Like the mask isn't going to save the world. The mask is just, you know, a sort of small protection and it might help more, like especially if you have a cough or something or someone else coughs, you know, it's a small help, but it's not this end all be all big cure. Here's some more interesting stuff on his timeline. Ninja's got an interesting timeline because he bounces back and forth between like sharing memes of himself with his weird hair and friends. And then, you know, he's got pictures of himself looking a little interesting. Very much these predicted. These are the liberals that want us all to wear masks, guys. This is the scene. These are the smart genius types that know, oh my God, like I want to listen to these guys. I don't know. I think this picture says a lot. And I don't know. It's just the Ninja just looks so dumb to me. Like I really don't get the appeal. I guess he's funny and good at video games, but this way he says, I hope your family and your friends don't suffer for COVID. It kind of to me sounds like he does. Like he does. He's like low key trying to say, oh, what if you got COVID? Like he's like giving it a wink, wink. Like, I hope you don't get COVID, right? You know, he's like talking to some guy he hates, which is a black guy, by the way. But gaming Me Too posts, men no means no. So here he is chiming on Me Too. And you could just see this is a very, very strange timeline. Like he has video game. He's a video game player. His audience is like 10, 12, 13-year-old children who play Fortnite. And he basically just posts about his t-shirts. He posts about memes once in a while. But the majority is like this left-wing propaganda crap. Like he's really, really biased and like it's posted about Me Too. He's virtue signaling. He's going off on the mask stuff, which is just really a misinterpretation. He just looks like a goober, like to me, like
There are so many.
he just doesn't look like someone I could take seriously. I mean, the blue hair, I don't get it. The blue hair. Here's his cartoon game. So he plays this cartoon game all day for kids. And then at a night, he tweets about politics and says "Me Too" and supports SJWs. I even tweeted it back on this one, beta. Yeah, he's just so beta.
Wildcat, love you, bro.
It really makes you sick. Like it's just like this is
Watch my body.
how far gone and how terrible the males, the beta males, and the left wing have become. And the worst part is they have this kind of entitlement, like he thinks he's helping, he thinks he's saving the world, he thinks he's doing the right thing, and I'm saving the world. How about this, Ninja? You want to save the world? You got $40 million from your Mixer deal. Why don't you buy us all some masks? You know, they're pretty cheap. I think you could buy a lot of people some masks. So you want everyone to wear masks? Buy some masks. That's the challenge. Ninja, buy some people some masks. I don't see you putting your money where your mouth is. I see you complaining on Twitter. I see you being this big beta soy boy talking about his, Me Too and selling merch, like making money. You need to make more money, dude. You have millions of dollars. Like spend 1 million on getting some people some masks. Doesn't have to be me. I have a mask. I'm fine. But you want everyone to wear masks. Donate some masks, dude. Get some masks for your town. Put your money where your mouth is. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid from the leftists and just give up on the blue hair, dude. Like if you just didn't have blue hair, you would be 10 times less cringy. It doesn't make sense to me. Like anyone that dyes their hair like this has issues. Like they're not really sound people. They're attention seeking. They have problems. It's just too much. That about wraps things up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you comment your thoughts on everything below. What do you think about Ninja? What do you think about forced mask wearing, more importantly? And also, what do you think about video games and these streamers and these celebrities, these e-celebrities, getting all woke and political, like using their fame from somewhere else to spread messages based on usually liberal politics, like almost always. I don't really see a lot of this coming from conservatives, not the worst of it for sure. Thanks for your time today. Hit the like button if you get a minute, and also have a great day.